Say I'm a new brand and I want to establish customer support for my business.
Customer experience was a function of a business, right? It was one of the part of a business. Today, customer experience is the business.
Customer support is a cost center or it is a revenue center.
I will say it is more of a research center now.
So you have pioneered the concept of shared call center in India.
Later on, we realized that it's not only the shared support of people which we require, it is also their tools and technology they require. Hence, I think the Dialdesk was born.
You seem to be very bullish on D2C industry.
D2C, no doubt, is the fastest growing industry right now, and I'm really very bullish about that.
Data security and compliance is...
It's been now 4 years since I published my first book, Junoon, Jurat and Jugaad. And what I love about the journey is that I've met so many interesting people during the writing of that book, when I was researching about that book. And today I'm equally thrilled and excited about my new journey. I'm starting a new podcast, Mastering Spokes. Business is like a wheel with 7 spokes, each representing a critical business function like management, HR, sales and marketing, operations, R&D, finance and accounts. And in today's fast-paced world, you need to excel in every spoke, right? So you can't have any mediocre or average approach on any of the business function. So over the coming episode, we will be meeting a lot of industry experts who are experts in different domains, and we'll try to get how can we implement their learnings into our businesses. But for today, my team has pushed me to decode my success mantra on customer experience. And for that, I have with me my colleague Varuna, who is also our sales and marketing head. So today she will be grilling me and she will be asking me questions around customer experience and what we have done so far. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me. And even I'm equally excited to be part of this podcast. Here's my first question to you. What made you coin this statement, CX is the new RX?
Oh, great. So if you look at this, today, if you look at any business, irrespective of how unique that business is, right? Sooner or later, you will have a Me Too kind of product or service in the market, right? Who will match your offering, your pricing, your features, everything. So how will you differentiate your product from other? How will you become a market leader rather than just being a follower, right? So customer experience is the main differentiator for any business these days. We have so many examples where we can see that even the late entrant into a particular industry has become leaders later on just because they focused hugely on customer experience. So earlier, customer experience was a function of a business, right? It was one of the part of a business. Today, customer experience is the business.
My next question is that there are many brands who are offering only voice support, and then there is another lot of brands that are offering only digital customer support. So, as a CX expert, what do you think that what is the right approach for any brand?
I think we need both. So it has to be a right mix of both digital and voice. While digital is evolving, voice is here from last 3 to 4 decades, right? While digital is give you convenience, voice gives you personalization, right? So if you are into business who is addressing a market where your customer audience is of around 30 to 40 years of age, and you want to target them for next 40 years, I think you cannot ignore voice for next 30 to 40 years, right? So it would always be a mix of digital and voice both. And based on, again, the kind of geography you are targeting, the kind of persona you are targeting, you might have to decide the ratios of channels. But ultimately, you can't avoid anything right now.
Say I'm a new brand and I want to establish customer support for my business. So what will you recommend? Should I run it in-house or should I outsource?
So I've met many founders, and a lot of them believe that theirs is a very unique and very new business. So they want to run it in-house. But I might sound very biased toward this, but I believe that today you can't take risk with any of your business function. And customer success being a complex and a critical business function, you can't take risk. It is beyond tools and technology. You require subject matter expertise. You require to hire right talent. You require right framework to train them. You require a continuous quality monitoring system. So there is a lot beyond your product features or product evolution, right? So when you tie up with a business partner, he comes with a lot of experience, right? He has handled multiple businesses, multiple scenarios, right? The only new thing for him is to understand your product and your customer persona, right? Which anyway, you will also do it yourself only, right? So you have to only evolve on product and your customer persona, right? And trust me, a BPO partner is much better equipped than you to develop or to establish that methodology of evolution of your product and your business, right? So in no way, and while doing your own business, right, it is very difficult to focus on creating a excellent customer experience uh, function in your own company, while you have to focus on your core business. So it becomes difficult to focus on such, and there are multiple processes like which you have to focus, right? So it's better to go for a partner who can deliver value to you, and he will save you a lot of time in terms of establishing right function for you. Moreover, very honestly, if I look at my 21 years of journey, I will say that while obviously investing in your people is equally important, to develop people, you need to trust them. But I think if you choose the right partners also, that will also be equally rewarding for you. And if you look at the entire journey, if you invest in 10 people, there are chances that few people will leave you, right? Because of their own personal reasons and their own journeys, right? But if you look at partners, they will be more loyal to you and they will bring you more value, because they're not only working with you, they're working with multiple businesses, right? And they have all the interest in you because they want to have continuous business from you, right? So I see that you need to invest equally into both, and you should have trust equally. Obviously, choose like how choosing a right employee is important, choosing a right partner is also equally important.
So, as a CX expert, what do you think? Customer support is a cost center or it is a revenue center?
I will say it is more of a research center now. It has evolved over a time from cost center to revenue center. And now from revenue center, it is now been evolving as research center. In fact, it is the most important place in your business, because here only your customer is sparing his own time talking about your product, your services, and how you operate and how you deliver it, right? So if you have the right mechanism in place, you can get deep insight about your product, your marketing communication, your pricing, your distribution strategy, your operations, everything around the sun, right? So this is a place where you can actually get 360-degree feedback about your business.
How is AI and ML disrupting customer experience?
Okay, I don't say disrupting immediately, but I say AI and ML is helping customer experience evolve faster. It is helping everyone in customer experience domain in terms of identifying the right pain of your customer, offering them right solution at right time. Although we are still in our early stage of implementing AI ML, but I think the revolution has already begun. Today in our company only, we are using it for various applications, like we are using it for live agent coaching. We are using for identifying agent specific training needs. We are using in quality control. We are using it to create deep insight about customer issues and voice. Uh, beside, I think beside chatbots and voice bots, I think it is impacting every sphere of the business today.
So, you have pioneered the concept of shared call center in India. You started it in 2008. So, from where did you get this idea? Yeah, where this was originated?
So, being an SME myself, in fact, we were working for large brands, big corporates, but I saw a lot of my SME friends who were into businesses struggling to establish their own customer support business functions. And I think the reason was the low volumes and the lack of availability of a lot of resources. I think that made me, I think, when I was figuring out a solution for them, the concept of shared call center or shared customer support came in my mind. And later on, we realized that it's not only the shared support of people which we require, it is also their tools and technology they require. Hence, I think the Dialdesk was born. And talking about Dialdesk, I think since you have been selling it from last 4 years, I think you are the right person to answer it. What is Dialdesk all about? How does it work? And why people are buying it?
I have been heading the sales and marketing for Dialdesk as a solution, and I feel very proud about it. The reason is it's a very, very unique solution which combines BPO and SaaS, which is software as a solution. So, it is a one stop solution when I talk about establishing a customer support. So for example, any client approaches us, whenever you want to establish a customer support, you need a dialer, you need a CRM, you need people, you need to train those people, you need to retain them, you need to have a complete quality monitoring and real time monitoring system. So there is a lot that goes into establishing a customer support, and Dialdesk is one solution that solves all these problems at one place. It is not only for small and medium businesses, startups, or we also have very big business houses that were struggling to manage their customer support. So whether you have 10 calls or you have 1000 calls a day, We manage it all for our clients. Good news is that Dialdesk offers plans that are suitable for all kinds of businesses. Plus, there is a complete transparency of recordings, reports, and very critical and deep insights that businesses always look for.
When I meet a lot of these customers, right, and when they say, Deepak, that today we are competing global brands. So being a small and medium enterprise, also we are competing the biggest brand on the earth. And when somebody contact our call center or somebody talk to our support people, they cannot find a difference between any established brand and somebody who's emerging or somebody who's growing right now. I think that is the most fulfilling part, that you are enabling entrepreneurs to become big, to compete global brands, to become global players. I think that is the most fulfilling part of the entire story.
Absolutely, absolutely. You seem to be very bullish on D2C industry. So, what made you create Cut to Profit?
D2C, no doubt, is the fastest growing industry right now, and I'm really very bullish about that. And we have seen a lot of example where companies have grown from a one room company to IPO level in last 3 to 4 years only. So that shows the potential of the market. D2C is also a graveyard of brands, and a lot of brands have died too early in their evolution. And what I've seen is that if you're not able to crack it on time, the chances of success are very weak. So I saw a lot of opportunity in terms of helping these brands establishing their customer support, plugging in their revenue leakages, and help them convert their existing customers into repeat customers, because these three are important pillars for them to establish if they want to evolve and they want to grow, right? So that I think ignited me to craft a specialized division only for D2C brand, which is now Crowd to Profit. And again, since you have been instrumental in selling this also to D2C industry, so why don't you tell what is Card to Profit all about and how we are helping brands in D2C, right from somebody who's just starting up, somebody who's evolved, somebody is now already into getting into global level. So why don't you explain it?
Our offering is into three boxes mainly. The first one is establishing the customer support. Now, so since we have been helping a lot of e-commerce brands already, so we have established SOPs, we have got the ready-made automations. So if in case we onboard any D2C or e-commerce brand, so we have the ready-made SOPs and we can deploy the best practices which we have been following in the best possible manner and very fast and very efficiently. The second box is into two parts actually. One is when the D2C brands, they are spending a lot of money in getting the website visitors, and we help them. So even before sales, the customers are on a lookout for they have their own queries. So we help them convert those browsers into buyers for them. And then secondly, the second part of it is when the customer has added the product in the cart, but they have not completed the purchase. So we help them converting those abandoned carts into sales for the brands. So this was the second box.
Right.
The third box is getting repeat sales. Any which ways they've already spent a lot of money in acquiring that customer. So we help them in fixing that another leakage, which is the repeat sales. So if I'm a brand and I'm looking to choose a right partner, what should I have? What are the things that I should keep in mind before getting that right partner for me?
So I will say not only about BPO partner or partner. I think anything in your life you want to choose anybody. I think what I believe personally is that transformation is the biggest proof of wisdom in action, right? So when you are trying to explore synergies with any partner, it could be a BPO partner also. I think look out in terms of their previous track record, what kind of relationship they have, what kind of clients they have, and how those client relationship has evolved over a period of time, right? Because there's a journey, right? And if your partner is able to evolve a client's need or a client's process, I think that is his biggest proof how he's going to add value to you. So I believe so what we do internally is we share case studies, we showcase a lot of our similar clients, how we have evolved from the day we started and where we are today. And for example, if I talk about, I think like we started for one of our airline client, where the process was primarily assisted web check-in kind of process, but we converted it over a period of time into a upselling kind of process where we were upselling in fact ancillary services to the customers. Similarly, we have a client into tobacco industry where we help them in terms of completely transform their field distribution model to a telecalling distribution model, right? And I think these are the cases which showcase your capability as a partner. Okay, that what change you can bring, right? So I think looking into existing relationship, I think is the best way to choose a partner, I think.
Nowadays, data security and compliance is a very big factor when you choose a partner. What about that?
So I think now we have been into business from 21 years now, and we have seen it evolving, I think, over a period of time. I think last 5 to 7 years, especially I think post COVID, I think the scenario has changed very drastically. And the good thing is now that I think now everybody has become equally sensitive about it. And so people, while picking up any project, I think this is the one of the major point to be discussed. And what we have ensured is, I think we have earlier we have seen that it was more of an approach, I'll say paper approach, where you used to fulfill a lot of requirements on paper itself. Like I think the good thing now, I think, is at least at our company we have done it, that we have implemented all these things on truly on in the right speed on the ground. Like we talk about uh, say data security, right? So we are absolutely following ISO 27000 guidelines. We are following GDPR guidelines, right? Truly on ground. Like even if you visit my center, and even if I'm with you, you will not be allowed to enter with your mobile phone, with your digital watches or anything like that, right? Even I'm not allowed. You know it very well, right? So that kind of sincerity is there. Now there's a complete compliance department which is there in the business now, which take care of not only from data security point of view, from security and safety point of view, of infrastructure, of people, fulfilling all statutory requirements. So I think now it is more of hygiene. It is a must thing, right? It's not an optional thing. And I think we have been fortunate enough to, I think, work with some of the very big clients into fintech and other industries, which have made us which has taught us a lot of new good things, and they've helped us out evolve our complete compliance approach and methodology in our company. And today, I can very proudly say that I think we are one of the very few companies in this industry who are 100% compliant in all possible, I think, domain, be it data security, your statutory requirements, or talk about health and safety of people, infrastructure, anything you talk about. And it is something which is non-debatable and it's hygiene. It's basic now.
So, what do you think is the future of customer support?
I think again. I think I've already shared that. I think customer support is going to be a research center, right? It will be now the center of business. I will not be surprised that you will see a lot of founders sitting in call centers in times to come, or in customer support center, and this will become the main center where you will decide your strategies on marketing communication. You will decide strategy on pricing, distribution, your product. Right. So I see. Obviously, it will evolve. Like right from earlier, it was more of a transaction center where you used to handle queries and all those things. Then it became a revenue center where you just start selling and now talking about. Now it will become something where you get insight to how to take your business forward, right? So I see a great opportunity for customer support professionals, and this function will only go will become more and more critical for every business to come. And customer experience will again will be the key driver to lead any business to drive the future of any business.